So now I have to make it work. That's my blessing. And I'm going to use it. I'm going to multiply it. I'm going to go for it with everything, because I could see this is my second part of my journey.
Welcome to the Island Girls Rock podcast. Here, we honor the stories, voices, and everyday magic of Caribbean women and girls across generations. Let's get into today's conversation. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Island Girls Rock podcast. I'm your host, Chantal. And if I sound a little bit more excited than I usually do, I apologize, because I'm always excited to speak to our guests. But I think this particular guest, I'm smiling already because I'm really looking forward to you all getting to know her a little differently to how some of you may already know her, and perhaps some perceptions you have about this person. So today I'm really excited to welcome not just a guest, but a very dear friend and co-host on the Relatable podcast, Sherween Gonzales. Sherween's journey has been such a rich and layered one, from being a longtime educator to building spaces of wellness and healing to shaping conversations around Caribbean identity and growth. She's a filmmaker. Did you know that? A host, an entrepreneur, and at the core of it all, Sherween is deeply rooted in her love for community, food sovereignty, and spiritual wellness. Right now, she's also nurturing a vision that brings all of her passions together. So we're talking regenerative farming, creativity, and creating a life that feels whole and aligned. I personally cannot wait for us to peel back the layers and really get to know the heart of Sherween today. So, Sherween, before we even dive into this conversation, let the people know what island you're repping.
The one and only St. Lucia, Helen of the West Twin Peaks. Yes, I'm repping St. Lucia, darling.
You're repping St. Lucia. Now, Sherween, I sense for some reason that you're a little nervous about our conversation today. And I don't understand why. Because
I am nervous because I don't know what you're gonna ask me. Talking
you
about
know,
peeling back the layers.
You see, so I've taken you out of your comfort zone. I've taken you away from relatable. You don't have Fiona as a buffer, right?
Oh my God.
It is just you and I love this for us. I love this alone time that we're having, Sherween.
Oh,
Right?
darling. Me too. Me too.
Yes. And so I feel like our audience are going to be listening to a conversation that is really stripped back, it's intimate, and I hope they will get to know a side of Sherween that I know and that I
Okay.
love, because I know
Okay.
many versions of you. But I want to kind of step away from perhaps some of the perceptions that have grown around you from the Relatable podcast. And we know Relatable is your baby. For those of you that have not listened to Relatable yet, I don't understand why. So please get on to all the major platforms for podcasts and listen to the Relatable podcast and understand that this is Sherween's baby. And truly, Fiona and I are just assisting. Okay?
Whatever.
That is it. All right, my love. So let's see. Sherween, if you had to describe this present chapter of your life in just a few words, what would those words be?
Bon Dieu.
Mhm.
Lord. And
Yes.
I think the best way to describe it is an education. And
I
it's
love
an
that so much.
education.
It's an
I am
education.
learning. I am like you said, peeling away all these layers, seeing going to the heart of Sherween, because
Mm,
boy oh boy, um the experiences that I am having now, it is something. If somebody asked me a
mm-hmm,
year and a half ago,
mm-hmm,
I would have said, no, hell no, you crazy? What are you talking about?
mm,
I am now at a point in my life where it truly, truly is me learning about myself, me
mm,
learning who I am, what my capabilities are, what I stand for, what I do not stand for,
mm-hmm,
my boundaries, my limits, and how far I will go for my loved ones.
mm.
So it really, really, really is an education. It is
Right.
me looking inward as
Mm,
well. A lot of inward. I'm looking inward a lot these days and trying to figure out who am I, what am I doing, what is my purpose. Well, I know what my
mm-hmm,
purpose is, but
mm,
how am I going to align myself
mm,
mentally,
mm-hmm.
mentally, to get to where I want to be. So,
Okay. Mm.
education for sure.
Education.
Mm-hmm.
And so a few things popped out um, for me. You said you were very clear about what your purpose is. What do you feel your purpose is right now?
Okay, I knew what my purpose was before in terms
Mm-hmm.
of my kids. That's it. If you
Oh,
listen to Relatable, you'll know.
okay.
I've always said it's been about my kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I think back in 2022, I decided, okay, no, my life is not here just for kids.
Right.
Um, so now my purpose is to do all the things that I love. But you see, the problem was I did not know what I loved.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
And that's a very tricky thing. You want to do the things you love, but hold on a second. What do you
Mm-hmm.
love?
Mm.
What do you want to do? You meet grown-ups,
Right.
you meet people, adults, and they tell you they still don't know what they want to do, and you think, how? But I
Right.
could tell you, up till last year, I had no clue.
You weren't clear.
I was not clear. I was not
Okay.
clear. And now my purpose is firstly to ground
Mm-hmm.
myself,
Mm-hmm.
to
How does that look for you, Sherween? Because you've
oh,
said
it's
that
very
twice
dirty.
now. What does grounding yourself look
Very
like?
dirty,
How?
very dirty. Very,
Tell
when I say
me.
dirty, I mean
Mm,
literally dirty. Going out there in the dirt,
mm,
going out there on the land, going out there and finding my sense of purpose and knowing that this is what I want to be doing, which is
mm.
farming, by the way, which is
Yes.
farming. I've before a few months ago, I've never planted anything in my life.
Okay.
Now I believe that this is the direction the universe is taking me in.
Mm,
Otherwise, it would not throw these things through. It would not put these things in front of me. I
okay.
would not be facing these things.
Okay.
I had to go through a lot of the things I'm going through right now in order for me to find this purpose and to know, something, showing this
Mm.
really is what you need to be doing. Because that's, boy, I don't even know how to explain it.
You're
It's
explaining it very
farming.
well to me, right? I'm understand, and I'm pretty sure people who are listening will understand. So, without getting into any specifics that you don't want to get into,
Yes.
you said that your life is very different this year to
Mm-hmm.
where you were last year.
Mm-hmm.
How is it different for you, Sherween?
Well, last year um I was surviving whilst
Hmm.
living my best life.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Surviving
Surviving.
was living your best. So, in
Yeah,
what
I
ways were
was
you living your best life, and
by
why do you
doing what
feel?
the hell I want.
Okay,
By doing
right,
what
right.
I want to come to Nevis. I'm going to Nevis.
Yes,
I want to
yes.
jump on a plane, go to Dominica. I want to do this. I want to. I'm doing. I had nobody stopping me,
Right.
nobody telling me, but I was literally just surviving.
How so?
Surviving as in living day to day,
Mm,
worrying about money, worrying about how I'm
mm.
paying my bills, worrying about how I'm eating,
Okay.
literally.
Okay.
And I don't like to use that word literally, but that's literally what it was.
Right.
Worrying about everything to do
Mm-hmm.
with myself, not my kids. My kids were fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's worry. It's learning about Sherween, learning how to take care of Sherween, learning how to feed Sherween, learning how to clothe Sherween, learning what Sherween likes and
Mm.
what Sherween does not like. You understand? But having fun whilst doing it.
Right. And I love that about you though, Sherween. You know
Yeah,
this. Yes.
yeah, yeah. You always champion me, Chantal. Whatever it is I'm doing, you'll be like, "Girl, you got this. You're doing great."
Because you are. Because you do. You know I'm not gonna feed you bullshit.
I
I am not that
know,
friend.
I
I am not
know,
that
I
friend.
know. I know, but yeah, it's like, but I like I said, I was
Mm,
surviving. I was not um I was not there thriving off lots of money, doing
right.
no, 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 no. I was learning a lot about myself.
Mm.
Um this year, or Jay, this year, everything flipped on its head.
Right.
Everything flipped on its head. I I was on my path to freedom. My kids no longer need me to do anything for them.
We give thanks.
On my own, I could live how I want. The only
Mm,
issue I had was financial. So
hmm.
what do I do? Take away the financial troubles.
Yes.
Go to meet your dad. Your dad
Mm-hmm.
has a house in the
Mm-hmm.
countryside. Why don't you go build a room on that house? You don't have
Mm.
any rent to pay, no bills to pay, no
Sounds
nothing.
good.
Hey,
Yes.
seems perfect, doesn't
It
it?
sure does.
So now I have somewhere to leave my stuff. I could travel more. I could do more things. I could. And then
Mm.
it all flipped on its head. It
Yo,
all flipped on its head.
these plot twists, yo.
Yeah.
Plot
Yeah.
twist.
It was, it's just been one of the most emotional times
Mm.
for me. So when I say I'm going inwards and I'm learning my boundaries. I'm learning who I am. I'm learning
Mm-hmm.
about the lengths I will go for people and what I will take and not take.
Right.
It's become this. It's become, this thing whereby are you going to accept this? Are you going to accept this is your life now?
Right.
Or are you going to keep denying?
Okay.
So yeah,
So that's where you are now.
that's where I am now.
But you
That's
know
where
what,
I am
Shaween? I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of you because, I'm privy to what that plot twist
now.
is and how much it has completely shifted your life.
Yeah.
And, you allowed yourself to be in that moment,
Mm-hmm.
right? And even when you were saying, I don't know how I'm going to do this, I can't do this, you were doing it, right? But sometimes when we're doing the thing, when we're in the midst of the storm, we don't feel like we're doing the thing.
Yeah.
But those outside of you are like, what the ass she talking about? Look how she
Yeah.
doing this thing, right?
Yeah.
And like you said, you went inwards, which is a very brave thing to do.
Yep.
And you decided, okay, so this is how I am going to not just weather this storm, but come out on the other end thriving.
Yep.
And for me, just watching you journey through this and wanting to be there for you in any way that I could. And there are ways that I couldn't be there for you and being frustrated by that. But seeing you navigate this humongous plot twist, for me, there's a sense of happiness
Mm.
seeing this Sherween, this version, finally having a chance to blossom, because it's not that this version of Sherween hasn't been there, but it's
Mm,
been dormant because you have been tending to so many other people
yeah,
in so many other ways for so long, right?
yeah.
But now this is the part of your journey that you recognize how
Mm-hmm.
important it is to prioritize you and your needs,
Yeah.
right? And so, in speaking of your journey, you, Sherween, have worn so many hats, right? Educator, entrepreneur, podcast host, filmmaker. Where you are right now, when you look back, what thread do you feel connects all of these different paths for you and have brought you to where you are right now in this moment?
Boy, what thread?
Hmm.
Um, I always go back to something a mentor, an old mentor of mine,
Mm-hmm.
said to me. His name was Jean-Marc, and he's Jean-Marc. I worked with Jean-Marc as a he was the first job I got with Senator Torres Board doing marketing,
Okay.
and he took me on as an intern first. And Jean-Marc, he always said to me, Sherween, there's something about you. There's something about you. You don't like I'm not the best at everything. I'm not. I some certain things I try and it don't work and I'll stop. But he said to me one time, you have a knack for connecting people. You have a knack for seeing the best in people, no matter what. You will always look for something good in that person. You will always try to help somebody. If you see, okay, that person needs something, maybe you cannot give it to them, but hold on, you know somebody that might be able to help them. You know how to connect. So, what I'm doing right now, the thread which connects everything is it's all about people. It's about
Hmm.
me as well, but it's about me connecting people and showing people the things that I am discovering, I'm learning. I'm
Okay.
loving, I'm learning, I am enjoying. And like, I just want to show people. I just want to be like, you need to try this and you need to do that. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that sounds,
Mm.
but what I'm working towards, it will connect everything that I've done before, from the marketing to
Right.
the film to the pottery to the Airbnb to the salts, just name it. It's like
Yes.
everything coming together under one umbrella. And all
Yes.
of these things, each one of them, it's me. Each element, it's me in a different, like at different versions or different points in my life. But each one of them coming together. Um, the farming is the only new aspect.
Oh.
The farming is the only new thing. Is
Mm-hmm.
the only new thing. It's and the thing about me is I love learning, I love education, I love
Mm-hmm.
knowing about different things. So
Mm-hmm.
I am diving in head first. I've
Yes.
started a course. I am going to workshops. I'm going to networking events. I'm doing
Yes.
all sorts of things because I believe with everything, the joy I get from Kasa, just thinking about growing stuff, just thinking about working with the land, just thinking about picking the flipping tomatoes I grew.
Right?
That bringing me so much joy. You know how happy I was. I'll give you a
Mm.
joke. I somebody brought me don't laugh. Somebody brought
You
me a
can't tell me don't
my
laugh, Joey, because now I am ready to laugh.
some somebody brought me a tiny plant, a weed
Right.
plant.
Oh,
A
yes.
weed plant, a
We love that
tiny,
gift.
tiny one.
Mm-hmm.
He said, here's to moving to the area. You just moved to
Okay.
Choiseul. Choiseul is a part of Saint Lucia where it's known for its farming. Everybody and their
Mm.
dog have a farm.
We love that.
So I had no choice. So he said, I'm welcoming you with a plant, a weed plant, because I smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see how you handle it. Hey, that plant got so much love.
Hmm.
That plant grew and grew and grew and was so beautiful, so loved, so nourished. And then when I had to smoke that bud, that was one of the best joints I ever smoked.
Of course it was.
That was strong. That was pure. That gave me the sweetest high. And I
Oh.
said, Sherween, come on. And I used to look forward to waking up and speaking to my
Mm.
little plants. I've always
Mm-hmm.
loved plants. I had lots
Mm-hmm.
of plants in my home in the UK, but I came down here and I have no plants.
Right.
And I'm in the land of the plants. So
Right.
I'm like, that brought me so much joy. I was so happy to be nurturing that plant. And that plant gave me the biggest buds, the sweetest high. And it just had me thinking. And then the same guy, he brought
Mm-hmm.
me loads of flowers, plants.
Mm.
He cut from all the flowers he had around his house. And he
Mm-hmm.
said, since you enjoy growing the weed plants so much, here's some flowers. And I went and I planted the flowers all around the front of my house.
Yes,
And
I
guess what?
remember when you did that,
Yes,
but I didn't know the
yes,
backstory.
yes. That was my welcome to
Ah,
Schwazel. That was
okay.
my welcome. Get your hands dirty. And I'll
Hmm.
be honest with you, I figured something out. I needed grounding. I needed grounding from the hustle and bustle. I mean, my life, like I said, living my best life while surviving. Every
Right.
day I would get up, I would go out for breakfast, go out for lunch, go out for dinner. I never cooked at my home. I went almost a
Hmm.
whole year with no stove, no fridge because I didn't need it and I didn't care
Okay.
for it.
Okay.
So coming to Schwazel, I needed to ground myself. I needed to
Hmm.
ground myself. I needed to be at one with myself and with nature as well. I'm the girl that don't like mud. I'm the girl that don't like sand. I'm the girl that don't like
What?
I don't like creepy crawlies. I don't like
Okay.
anything that's, I hate it. And then I
Right.
find myself in the middle of the mud.
Hmm.
In the middle of the
But
mud.
you know what? The visual on that,
Hmm.
Sherween, it even feels like a book and
Yep.
then a film adaptation of the book, Sherween's return to the soil or
Yes,
something
that's
so, right? And
yes,
I have a vision
yes.
of you literally standing in front of this space that you have created with
Shani
your feet planted
planted.
in the
My father was
earth.
vexed.
Yeah.
My father used to get vexed. My father used to say, "Girl, go and put shoes on your feet," and I'm like, "Nope, I'm not putting
Mm.
shoes. I'm grounding." But what I realized whilst doing that,
Mm.
things were happening that up to now, if you ask me how it happened, I cannot tell you.
Right.
I cannot tell you things I wanted to happen. For example, the room, I built my room.
Yes.
Before that, I told you I was surviving. I was barely able to pay my rent and my bills.
Mm-hmm.
I built a room in 6 weeks. Don't ask me how.
I just, wow.
Do not ask me how. And it costs money, eh?
Of
Cost it's
course.
like I built a big room.
Yes.
Cost me $15,000. I'm not ashamed to
Yes.
tell you.
No.
Don't ask me where the money came from. Don't
Mm.
ask me, but I started planting my hands and my feet in that dirt
Mm-hmm.
and feeling so good about it and so proud, so happy, and breathing and talking to those flowers, talking to those plants. And things were just happening around me,
Yes.
Chantal.
Yes.
Things that I've never done in my whole big adult life.
Mm.
Okay, started happening. And it's like it was preparing me for something.
It was like a
It was
portal was being
Yes,
open for you,
yes,
Sherween.
yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. Everything I needed was being given to me for what was coming.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so now with everything that's happened, and I'm
Mm.
happy to speak about it.
Mm. Mm.
My dad is very ill. My dad, the 2 weeks after the room was built, my
Yes.
dad got got diagnosed with stage 4 kidney cancer.
Yes.
Two
And
weeks
thank you.
after.
You know what, Sherween? I would never ask you to share that.
Mm.
with our listeners. And I really, I feel so honored that you feel safe enough to share that
Of
with them.
course, of course.
Truly. Yes.
It's fine, and I, like I said, it was preparing me for what was to come,
Mm.
and I was very happy. I finally I have a room finally in my entire adult
Own little
life.
space.
I have my
Yes.
own space. I could breathe. I'm not paying rent. I've never not paid rent before. I've always paid my rent. And now that's the first time, and I'm happy. It lasted 2 weeks.
Mm.
And
Hmm.
all of that independence, all of that happiness, all of that sense of freedom
Yeah.
just flew out the window, because now I need to care for my dad.
Yes. Now you're the
Now
carer.
I'm the carer. Now I
Mm.
cannot pick up and go when I want, where I want,
Mm.
how I want. Now I have to be there. I have to make sure everything in my power is being done. And I'm don't get me wrong, I'm very happy to do it,
Yes.
but it is exhausting.
It is.
It
It
is
is.
exhausting, and it's very lonely,
Mm.
which is why I've gone inward.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, it makes you look at our humanity. It makes you start to look at what we do, how we do it, what we eat, how we live, all the things that, you know, it just puts everything laid bare in
Yes.
front of you.
Yes.
And you must take action. You
Mm.
cannot, I cannot just lie down in my bed and pull a cover over my head, even though
Mm.
that's what I want to do most mornings.
Right.
I must get up. I must ensure he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you might say, okay, that's showing caring for somebody else again. But that's also
It's
showing
different.
discovering herself.
Yes. And it's very different.
Very
It's
different.
very different. Caring for
Mm-hmm.
a loved one, especially a parent
Mm-hmm.
who is battling a serious illness, is very different to caring for your children,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's
Yep.
it, it's calling on aspects of yourself that you probably weren't even aware that you had,
Yes.
and you're tapping into these things.
Yep.
And it does feel, because I have been a carer in a very similar situation, and it
Mm-hmm.
it does feel very isolating, even though
Mm-hmm.
the logical side of you, you know that there are other people who have experienced this,
Oh God,
and who
yes.
are walking in this, maybe not, but it's like, but it feels at the time that
Yep.
you are the only one,
Yep.
right? Because in a sense, you are the only one having that particular and very specific experience. It's
Yes.
Sherween and her daddy, right?
Yes.
But
Yes.
there are carers in this situation all over the world.
Yep.
And so again, when we speak about community so much, you and I,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like learning how to lean into community, right?
Good.
Like,
Yes.
what do I say?
Chantal.
How do I ask for support when
Chantal.
someone says, how can I help? Like, I
Oh
don't
my
know. I don't
God. I
know.
don't
I don't know how you can
know.
help. But here's what I would like to take a shower today. So
Yes.
maybe you can come over and just kind of watch my grandfather, watch my father, so I can take a shower and not
Girl,
smell the way
yes.
I know I smell right now. Just, so it's like, well,
Shani.
yo,
Shani. You know what mine was recently? Mine
tell
was,
me.
mine was, I woke up very early. I woke up
Right,
like 6 o'clock.
right.
I was up before, but then I decided to go outside at 6 o'clock. Now I
Mm.
find my dad is like an alarm, eh? So my dad has his times he waking up. So I try and creep in the house. I say, this morning I just want a half an hour for me to
Yes.
drink my coffee, smoke
Hmm.
my little joint, mellow myself out, put on a little affirmation, and mellow myself
Yes,
out
Lord.
before the day
Yes.
starts. Before
Right.
the day starts, before I have to make breakfast, cook lunch, what's for dinner, this, that, yeah. So go to the supermarkets. I say half an hour. When I got up, who's in the kitchen?
No way.
Dad's in the kitchen. I'm like, shit. And then the first thing dad says to me, and I had to psych myself up to get up, yeah? I had to
Mhm.
psych up myself mentally because I was just preparing myself mentally for the day.
Right.
And as soon as I saw daddy, first thing he said to me is, ah, I'm feeling so weak today.
Oh
I feeling,
boy.
and all the little energy that I had psyched up myself for
Mhm.
drained right out of me. And I'm like, Lord, it's another
Yes.
day like
Yeah.
this. And
Yes.
that to me was that brought it home.
Mm.
That brought it home that I'm not living for myself right now. But you know what
Mm-mm.
I decided? I decided I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to make something out of this. I'm
Mhm.
going to speak to my dad. I'm going to learn about him. I'm going to ask him his stories. I'm going, the time
Mm.
I'm going to tell me all your stories. Tell me about you growing up. Talk to me
Yeah.
about the songs you like. Talk to me about these things. I have decided I'm going to make something positive out of that. And
Mm.
this is where the farming comes in.
Okay.
This
And
is
I
where,
love that, Sherween. And
yes.
if you're not doing this, I do recommend that you record those conversations.
Yes,
You
I
are
have not
right.
started. No, I'm not started
Okay.
recording them, but I have
Okay.
told my dad I'm going to start recording our
Just
conversation.
do it, even
Because sometimes,
randomly.
yeah, no, sometimes he just bursts into talking and we the
Mm.
conversation, and I'm like, I should have recorded that. So
Yes. Yes.
I told him we're going to start recording our conversations because this is gold. This is amazing stories.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to find the joy, find the, that thing to make me want to get up and go out there and do things. I
Yeah.
have to find it. I have to find it.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
understand. I understand. And I recorded so many of my conversations with my grandfather, right?
Mm.
And it was just the other day. I don't even think I told anyone. And so something my mom and I were speaking about. And I said, "Oh, I know." So she was telling me something about her father, my grandfather.
Mm.
And I said, "Oh, I know this story." And she said, "You do?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Mommy, don't forget I was here with my grandfather for a whole year. It was just
Mm.
me." And we had many conversations, and I actually recorded most of them. And she said, "You did?" And her whole face just lit up.
Yes.
I said, "Yes, mommy. I have a lot of recordings." And so, you know, and that is one of the things, like you said, that I decided, well, I am here. you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
this is the situation. And
Yep.
yes, I've heard this story a million times before, but how about I record it?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I'm
Yes.
so happy I did. So, Sherween, I'm really happy that you have decided, okay, this is where I am right now. Yes, I am honoring my boundaries as much as I can. I am prioritizing myself as much as I can, in addition to being the carer for my father
Mm-hmm.
during this, this journey, right? Of
Yep.
his. But I will say to you, Sherween, as much as possible, the
Mm-hmm.
things like, can someone come and just sit with my father for half an hour whilst I shower, shave, shit, whatever the thing is, right? Wash my hair, like, can I put on some sexy lotion, some shea
Go.
butter, something?
Go.
Let me light a candle. Yo, can I like do a deep clean of my teeth, not just a few seconds brush, let me do some flossing. Goddamn, can I just floss
Go.
my teeth?
Go.
Do it.
Go.
Ask for the person to come over for
Yes.
half an hour,
Yes.
45 minutes, right? Because it's that's gonna keep you sane.
Yes. I will say, um, I've also witnessed my father
Hmm.
My father, the only person I could think of that might have something negative to say about my father is my mother. And
Okay.
she's well within her rights too.
Okay.
However, the type of love and what's the word I'm looking for? Empathy, love, care that my father is receiving from people he worked with
Mm.
many years ago, young, old, people in the surrounding areas, people from all over St. Lucia. I'm saying my father not was, is a very good man. My father is a very loving person, caring person.
Mm.
And that, the amount of love he's receiving now, it reflects that because
Oh,
somebody who was horrible or this or that, they would not be getting
right.
that type of love
Right.
and affection from people. People
True.
come from all over. They just come, they pop in, bring food, they bring drink,
Mm.
some juice, some groceries, some money, some this, some that. And I say, Daddy, you know something, it shows the type of person you are. It
Mm.
really, really does show. So I'm happy. I'm happy about that. I'm happy that he could see that he's not on his own. He has
Yes.
people well wishing well for him. He has people
Yes.
praying for him. He has people wanting him to get better. So I'm
Mm.
I'm I'm finding some real like you know, I'm happy. I'm happy I could see that what it means to him as well. He feels loved.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. All right. So, as you said at the top of the conversation, this year has been and is still being one of education or the re
Mm-hmm.
education, the
Yep.
re education of Sherween Gonzales. I love that. Right? I love it. And I love that we have held space for you to share about this particular chapter with your
Yes.
father. But I
Yeah.
want to bring it back to just Sherween now.
Okay. Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Much respect to, as we like to call him, Zaddy, um, for very real reasons. Okay? If y'all see this man, right? And Sherween's like, yes. But I want to bring it back. I want to recenter the conversation back to Sherween. And because we've spoken about, all the many different hats that you have worn. And I
Mm-hmm.
want to go and explore a bit more about your wellness and
Mm-hmm.
spirituality. And I really want to start this part of the conversation around your workshop, Come Scream with Me, right? And for many reasons, I want to speak about Come Scream with Me because I feel like you need a few good screams yourself right now. But
Girl.
right? So indeed, indeed. And for me, when you first spoke about Come Scream with Me, I thought it was, and I still think it is such a powerful space for you to
Mm-hmm.
create, for us to release, right? Because
Yep.
with the release, we're then making space for healing.
Yep.
So I want to know the backstory. What first called you to hold that particular kind of space? And what have you learned from guiding others through it?
Well, boy, what caused me? I needed to scream. I needed somewhere to release.
So you
I need
created the thing that you
Ye-
needed.
exactly.
Yes,
Isn't that how businesses start? I need a need. It
absolutely.
was a need. It was a
Mm,
need for me. And then
mm,
I realized there were lots of other women, people, because there were
mm-hmm,
men interested as well.
mm-hmm,
Just wanting to come and release some of that pent up energy, some of
mm,
that, all the stresses, the things. And it started off as a 1 hour session
right.
on the full moon near a beach, not on near on the beach.
Mm-hmm,
I made some body scrubs.
mm,
I had somebody there with a charcuterie, so yeah, we had a little snack after. So it was just supposed to be 1 hour.
Right.
We ended up staying for 2.5 hours
Wow.
because everybody had a story to tell.
I'm sure. I am
Everybody,
sure.
everybody wanted to deep dive, and it
Mm,
was so like I was very happy to see that. Oh, showing you're not the only one in that.
mm.
There are a lot of people looking for that avenue to release and to feel
Okay.
good and to feel a sense of sisterhood or camaraderie or something.
Mm,
Just to know that you're not alone, and it was one of the most beautiful things I've done.
mm,
I kind of course I put it on pause
mhm.
because I've moved. I'm no longer up north, so all of my attendees were up north,
Okay.
in the north of the island. And I don't know anybody in the south.
Yet.
So it's kind of it's on pause now,
Mm,
but it will come back. It's one of the things that are going to come back once I have set up my farm, once I've
mhm.
set up my area up down in the south.
Okay. All
So it
right.
will come back. But yeah, it was with some somatic teachings. So we do some readings and speak about all the different ways to release and what it does to you, what it does for your brain, what
Mhm,
the Stoic says.
mhm.
Some Stoic, a little bit of Stoicism in there as well.
Yeah,
But yeah,
man.
it was absolutely beautiful.
Okay.
So yeah, and I got a lot
Okay.
from it. I gained so much from it. Gained some nice new friends.
Mhm,
All sisters on the same path. So
mm,
it was a very deep spiritual awakening for me to know that to have the confidence to do it, because you know me,
yes.
Shani.
Mhm,
I like to support my friends.
mhm. Eh.
But stepping up, I'm always like, I don't want to do it. I don't want
Yes.
to step up and do it.
You are very much that person.
I
Yes, you
am, I
are.
am. I like to watch. I like to watch my friends flourish and blossom
Mm,
and push them and think. But when it comes
mm,
to myself, I kind of take the back step, and this made me step up. It made me put myself to the forefront,
mhm.
and the results were beautiful. So I'm very thankful for it, and definitely something I'm going to keep doing once I found my bearings down south.
Good. I love to hear it because you said something there. You said, I don't know anyone down south, but do you have to know anyone to hold space for them? Because for me, it's like, well, you just put it out there, right?
Yes, yes. The thing is,
Mm,
up north, and again, it may sound like excuses, but
mm-hmm,
up
mm-hmm.
north, it's very easy to get around.
Okay, okay.
Okay, I could go to and you know, your girl is a passenger princess. Yes, I don't drive. I don't drive. I drive people crazy, but I don't drive.
Listen, I drive sheep. What are you saying?
But yeah, so it's very easy to get around up north. I could just
Mm,
jump on a bus and reach by a beach. That ain't nothing.
okay.
But down south, the beaches, you have to go in a hole. You have to do
Ah,
this. You have so it's navigating is a bit of a problem.
okay.
So there's a few little things that I have to do to in order to, or just not do it by a beach, hold space somewhere else.
Right.
So it's all these little things that
Okay.
I have to put into place before I start marketing and putting it out there.
All right. So in time. So you soon come. You
I
soon
soon
come, right?
come
You
spring with
soon
me, I
come.
going nowhere.
Okay,
Come
good,
spring with
good.
me, I going nowhere. It's coming
Okay.
right back.
That is good to know. And I want to touch a bit on food and sustainability because you have been very vocal, Ms. Gonzalez,
Mm-hmm.
about food sovereignty. And
Mm-hmm.
you are the co host of Trying a Ting with
Yes.
our lovely Fiona of Know
Yes.
Your Caribbean, right?
Yes.
So, how has food, growing it, cooking it, reclaiming it,
Mm-hmm.
shaped your vision for the future? How does that come into it all for you?
Casa food is again, I never stopped to think about the importance of eating healthy.
Mm-hmm.
We say we eating healthy, we say we're gonna do this, we say, but we never stop and think about, first of all, where our food coming from.
Oh ho.
All right, that's a big
Mm-hmm.
one. Where does that food come
Where
from?
does it come from?
Yeah.
Yes.
And two, what nutritional values are we getting from it, from the different types of food?
Mm-hmm.
So trying a thing, when we started it, again, we were literally trying a thing. If we put
Mm-hmm.
any thought behind that, not much. Not much thought went into it.
Yes.
But over the time we've been doing it, what we've realized is that's the importance of knowing exactly where your food is coming from,
Mm-hmm.
how it's being grown, what is being put into it, what we're putting into our bodies. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? And also, we in the Caribbean, because we grew up, most of us grew up on American television. Now the kids watching all the programs from abroad, in the
Mm.
UK, the US, blah blah blah. We have a very westernized idea of what food should be, how
Mm.
it should be prepared, what type of foods we should be eating, blah blah blah. I, through doing trying a thing, we've realized that, well, me in particular, I'm watching, I can't speak for Fiona,
Right.
but the way, one, we grow the food, but once we grow it, we don't do anything. We just either sell it or cook it.
Mm.
We don't try, we're not looking at how could we process it? How could we add
Right.
value to it? How could we do different things and make it just as good as any westernized food? So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, cereals, for example, pesto, um, 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 just name them. All the different things we think we have to go and buy it from, uh, or
Mm.
import it in order to enjoy that
Right.
particular kind of meal, type of meal.
Right.
So I am very much into one, knowing my food, where it comes from, knowing
Mm-hmm.
the health benefits, the nutritional values that's in all of these foods, and also looking at how processing, and that's my future, with the whatever food I decide to grow,
Mm-hmm.
processing and adding value to it. So I'm not just there
Right.
farming to pass on the food. No, no, no.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
farming to create something, to sell it on, and to export.
Yes. I love
Okay,
that.
I'm looking to take it as far as I could take it so that it reaches the end user, which most likely will could be foreign markets. We import
Mm.
too much. Now it's time for us to export. We have
Mm.
enough. We could export. We could produce enough to export, not just for us to use and
Mm-hmm.
finish with it. No.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the lines I'm going down, and I'm also legally,
Oh.
I'm looking into becoming a cannabis farmer
Oh, we
legally,
love
because it is
this.
being legalized in St. Lucia very
Oh,
soon, hopefully. So that's why I
okay.
mean all the
So
different
when
things
you
I love.
say
Hmm.
Sherween, that it's being legalized, do you mean it's being decriminalized?
Decriminalized, yes.
Oh, okay.
Growing,
Because there's a
growing.
yeah, okay. And so in
Yeah,
terms,
yeah, yeah.
so will you be assigned a certain, because I know in St. Kitts Nevis we're allowed to grow for personal use for sure.
Yes, yes.
And I think that I don't know. I feel like you're also allowed to grow up to a certain acreage or something so
Mm,
for reselling. I feel I could be wrong.
mm.
So don't quote me, people out there from St. Kitts and Nevis, but I know for sure that it's decriminalized. And if I wanted to grow a certain amount in my yard, I can. Right? I
Yes,
know that for sure.
yes.
But I feel like there's also a level of if you're growing for resale in certain ways,
Mm-hmm.
there is an allowance also. But like I said, don't quote me, but we do have a very visible board for
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yes.
And we have a very active movement in the Federation to the
Yes.
point where at music festival last year there was a designated area where
Wow.
yeah, yeah. So there are strides being made here in St. Kitts
Mm-hmm.
and Nevis, but because I'm not sure of the official allowance and legalities, I don't want to misquote or misinform. But
Yes,
I
I
know that
understand.
I do know that it has been decriminalized.
Yes.
Because I mean,
So,
even at our agricultural expo that we have every year, you can
mm-hmm.
go and buy plants.
You see that? That's
Yes,
beautiful.
you can.
That's
You can go and buy plants.
well, Saint Lucia. Where Saint Lucia is now, you're
Mm,
allowed, I think, 30 grams on your
okay.
person, and
Okay.
you're allowed. Everybody is allowed to have 4 plants per household.
Okay. Okay.
So you could grow up to 4 plants,
Mm,
but you're allowed to have 30 grams on you on your person.
on
So
your person.
if I
Okay.
walking down the road and I have my joint or my thing, I will not get in trouble for that.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
not supposed to. You can't be smoking
Mm-hmm.
in like, just, I don't know. There are certain places you can't be smoking, like walking in town smoking a joint.
Right. Right.
Although Sherwin does it
In
a lot.
Massey, you can't be walking around Massey supermarket with your no, we can't do that yet.
You
Okay,
can't do
fine.
that yet. You can't do that yet. You're not supposed to, I only found out over Carnival that I shouldn't be walking around with my joint smoking. When I do it all the time, I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm at a party, at a fete, I smoking my weed, I go anywhere. But I found out that no,
No.
you
Okay.
must do it in the privacy of your home. All
Right.
right. But
Okay.
that don't mean much to me. But
Okay. I mean, okay.
yes. But now what they're
Mm.
doing is they're trying to pass it through government,
Mhm.
pass the
Mhm.
bill so that people could have licenses. And there's lots of different types of licenses that you could have, from the grower's license to the dispensary to the, if you're running an event, or if you have like a restaurant or something and you want to put a lounge, a private lounge, if you want to do research. So this is where I am going. This is the end goal, to become licensed cannabis farmer and have a lounge on attached to my
Oh,
restaurant.
I love
So
that.
this is the end goal. This is why I'm saying, everything happens in alignment. Everything
Mm.
happens for a reason. We do not know what that reason may be. And when it happens, you just have to say, all right, I see now. Okay,
Right.
my coming down to Choiseul, I thought I was coming down for my freedom, for my this, for my
Mhm.
that. Turns out now I'm down here. I'm the carer. But in doing that, I got the most amazing opportunity. The most amazing thing happened. I got access, permission, and access to the biggest plot of land, the most
Oh,
beautiful plot of land on a mountain with parrots and the views for days. And I was told, Sherween, thank you for coming to Shrewsbury to take care of your father. Here you go. Have
oh,
this. Do
wow.
what you want with it.
Sherween Gonzales. So, and this is such for me. You are, of all the people I know, so very deserving of this ease.
Shani,
So very
Shani,
deserving. Oh, Sherween,
Shani, I
girl.
was like, this is why I came down. Yes,
Mm,
being the carer opened the door, and
mm,
I had to accept that that's part of the journey.
yes,
I never thought my dad at 65 would be so ill, but
yes.
because of this, that has happened. So it's almost like balancing it out. And it's, what
Mm,
do you do with this now? What are you
mm,
going to do? What are you going to do with this now? And so now I have to
mm.
make it work. That's my blessing. And I'm going to use it. I'm going to multiply it. I'm going to go for it with everything, everything, because I could see this is my second part of my journey.
And Sherween, you are giving me goosebumps. And my heart is like, I can hear it racing,
Mm,
right? And it leads me to ask you, and I think this is such a beautiful, in fact, it's a very sumptuous way to wrap up this conversation,
Mm,
right?
mm.
When you now imagine yourself years from now living out your fullest, most vibrant vision,
Mm-hmm.
what does that life look and feel like? And what do you want most to be remembered for?
Ooh, child.
Child. Child.
Shani, it's hard work. It looks like hard work, but it also looks very soft.
Mm,
I see everything that I've ever wanted, the peace, the freedom, the just everything. When I think of, when I think of, I don't know how to put it into words, but just the thought of me designing and putting together this, it's a huge
mm,
task, but the excitement I get from thinking and dreaming and designing it in my mind on paper, when I'm speaking about it, when I'm researching about it, everything, the excitement. I i know for sure this is divine intervention. I
oh,
know for sure this is where I'm supposed to be.
mm,
And the one thing the one thing, as much as I don't need it,
mhm.
I would like is to have a partner to share it with,
Okay.
a deserving partner.
So that's what you're seeing then. Let's bring
Yes,
that into this vision.
yes, a
Mm,
deserving partner to share it with. The vision itself is just beautiful. It's gonna be
mhm,
everything, Shani. It's gonna be Sherween to
mm.
a T. It's
I
gonna be
can feel it.
all the things I love,
Mm,
all the things I've experienced, all the things that bring me and my closest friends so much joy. And I just wish, I pray that I have a partner to share it with.
okay.
But I'll
That
be
would be
fine if it doesn't happen.
right. That's the cherry on the cake. That's the cherry on the cake, right? But the
Yes,
cake is there
exactly. The
with the
cake there,
frosting.
man,
It
with
there. And
frosting
the
and all,
sprinkles and everything,
and a little
right?
bit of cannabis
All
sprinkle.
of that in the middle on top, right? And it would just be a little cherry on the top
Yes,
to have that person to share that with. I
yes,
understand, my girl. I
yes,
understand.
yes.
Sherween, thank you so much for this conversation. Thank you for saying yes to Island Girls Rock.
Of course.
Yes. Thank you for being a part of our season 2 of our
Oh,
podcast. I am
oh.
so grateful to have this alone time with you. Yes, I am.
Oh my God, darling. Anytime. You're more than
It's
welcome.
been
More
such a
than
pleasure,
welcome.
my girl. It's been such a
Yes, it
pleasure.
has
And
been.
I feel this sumptuous life coming to you. It's juicy, it's soft, it's sumptuous, it's
Mm-hmm.
delicious. I
Yeah.
feel it. I feel, and the way you speak about it, I
Mm-hmm.
feel it for you. So, yeah, man,
I can't wait for you to come see it.
soon come. Thank you for listening to the Island Girls Rock podcast. We'll be back soon with more stories, voices, and love from across the Caribbean. You can find us wherever you get your podcast fix. Until next time, walk good.